Hi everyone, this is Mihaela with Art of Experiencing. These are only my interpretations and my opinions, always in all the episodes. For this week, I decided to do something that just jumped at me, which is the new video of Miley Cyrus, Flowers. And you might wonder, why am I doing something that has to do with music? I'm not a musical coach. I don't sing. I don't know much about music. But the reason why I chose to do this video is because I found that it has so many of the acting tools that she is applying in her video. So many. And I don't even know if she's doing it consciously. I have no idea. But what I'm trying to get to you out there, I'm trying to make everybody realize that acting tools are tools for everyday use. They can be used by musicians, as is the case with Miley Cyrus. They can be used by lawyers. They can be used by people of any profession, in everyday life, in the personal everyday life. I'm going to go through the video and I'm going to tell you what the tools are of acting, what acting tools I recognize in the video. One of the best, one of the most watched single, I believe, because they're using acting tools, which are the acting tools that great actors use to be able to bring the audience and pull in the audience and make the audience not even be able to breathe or move while sitting in the chair and watching those actors at work. Everything goes back to Stanislavski, the father of acting from Russia, 100 and some years ago, who came up with a manual in writing for actors to be able to go to and have all these tools that I'm going to talk about. Stanislavski had an accent when he was speaking English. He was Russian, the same way that I have an accent when I speak English. When he meant to say that he was going to break down the script into beats, he meant to say bits, because there's such a difficult way of being able to distinguish in the pronunciation of anybody who speaks English as their second language. He meant to say bits, B-I-T-S, but because of his pronunciation, due to his pronunciation, it was sounding as if he was saying beats. I have the same problem, like I have to focus a lot when I have to make the distinction between beats and bits. So she's already introducing a monologue. Just because a song has a melody, it doesn't mean that you cannot approach it the same way that you would approach doing something as an actor. The important thing is to have a goal. If you're an actor, if you're a musician, if you're a public speaker, if you're a lawyer, it doesn't matter. Have that message be so important to you that if you do not get a chance to deliver it in different forms, in different art forms, in different ways, if that doesn't get across to whom you are addressing that message to, nobody's going to watch. There's no audience that's going to be captivated. If you straighten your shoulders and you allow your shoulders to be the leading parts of your body, and then you involve your hips, just try this walking. You don't even have to do a video to be able to do this. It is automatically going to put a smile on your face. It is going to put you in a positive state of mind. You cannot make a step on stage without having that justification to why you're doing it. And you have a secret to deliver to one character, so you have to whisper. So you're coming closer to that person, to that character you're playing with on stage, and you're just having to be quiet. Why is it that in a fictional creative project, musical or narrative, those artists have to justify what they're saying and what they're doing? But in real life, people are not held responsible at the same level. Does that make sense to you? Because it doesn't make sense to me. Talking myself for hours, say things you don't understand. Knowing that if you go like this with your hand numerous times, after a while, the brain doesn't recognize that you yourself are the one that's caressing your face. Isn't that powerful? We're afraid to be bold because we do not want to disturb the other people. I can relate to that so much because I speak to myself all the time. And that exercise of speaking out is another acting tool. That's why artists are so important in the world, because they give us permission from the seat, watching them wherever we are, that we are sufficient, we are worthy. Talk to myself for hours, say things you don't understand. I can take myself dancing, then she does the dancing, then she moves. That's why this is becoming such an anthem for freedom, for self-love. So she's kind of taking us through her process of how she got from where the story begins, where she's giving us the backstory and the sadness, of the relationship breaking up, and then coming into her own by doing all of these things that she's actually doing. It's almost like it's a character journey in this video. That's why I think it's so powerful and so many people are relating to it. And the analysis that I've seen on the other channels on YouTube and social media, they talk about the lyrics and the importance of them, but nobody's actually talking about this evolution in herself as a character. Be whatever it is without being concerned of how the hair looks, which is another thing, is going outside the box. Once you make the decision you want to be a fool, then no matter what anybody else is going to say to you, you're a fool. It's too late. They cannot take that power away from you because you were the first one to reveal it. I am a fool. I've said it first. Yeah, I can love me better than you can. Stand in your grace. Oh, I am so glad that I had this to do this week because I was not knowing what I was going to do. And then I saw this and I was dancing myself to it. I just think it's a beautiful, beautiful example of a project that is so personal, but it is so universally understood by all of us. Like I said, no matter the age, no matter the culture, no matter, we can all relate. It is personal to her. She went out of her comfort zone to do it. And then she reached her goal. She reached her potential, which is I can stand on my own and be with my head up and shoulders back, just stand there without doing anything because I've done everything that I needed to do. So now I can just stand, continue my life. Beautifully done. These are my opinions only. These are my interpretations of what I see. I thank you so much. Have a wonderful week. I'll see you soon.